If you're a woman in business who wants to finally build your profitable empire, listen up. 2 years ago, I was doubting if I even had what it takes. Last year, I almost quit. Now, I understand exactly what was missing. No, it wasn't some breakthrough moment. I know we're always looking for the moments where something just magically appeared. So it wasn't a breakthrough moment. It wasn't a secret or some hack. And it definitely wasn't just a mindset shift. Imagine starting your entrepreneur journey as a 25-year-old with big dreams of creating freedom on your own terms. You don't even really know what that looks like in its entirety, but you know that you're meant to do amazing things, you're meant to help a lot of people, and you're meant to break generational cycles of financial scarcity. At the same time, you have no examples around you of what building this empire requires. You spend years investing in yourself. You're doing the courses, hiring the mentors, posting the content, networking, saying yes to every opportunity that feels remotely aligned. You're doing everything you think you're supposed to be doing. And it kind of works. You make some money, you sign some clients, you have moments where you think, okay, this is it, it's happening. But it's inconsistent. High months followed by dry months, momentum followed by burnouts, confidence followed by questioning what in the heck am I doing wrong? Then there are seasons where you want to retreat back to the safety of a 9 to 5. But every time you tell yourself, maybe this just isn't for me, something in you knows that just isn't true. Something in you knows that really you can never fully give up, even if you wanted to. But why won't everything fall into place? Why won't the pieces all line up? Let me know in the comments if you can relate to this, because this has been my journey. This is what I'm sharing with you. This has been my reality for years, even after all the courses, after all the masterminds, all the seminars, all the coaches. There was still a gap for me. And perhaps it's the same for you as well. I wasn't lacking effort. I wasn't lacking intelligence. I had ambition. I had and have work ethic. I had the vision. I even had the proof. Here's what I realized I didn't have, and that was identity alignment. I was trying to build a 7-figure business with a survival identity, with the version of me that hustled and self negotiated and hadn't anchored into her next version yet. Looking back, it's hard to put my finger on it, but one day I stopped asking, what strategy am I missing? And started asking, who do I need to become to hold the level of success that I desire? How do I stop collapsing every time something doesn't work? How do I stop rebuilding my business from scratch every time I doubt myself? How do I move and build momentum even when I'm not being validated? How do I decide when there isn't a clear answer? How do I embody the Empire CEO version of me? Previous version of me was the solopreneur, entrepreneur, side hustler. And to move like the Empire CEO, like an empire builder, I needed to start operating like success was inevitable, because I was willing to become the woman who could hold and sustain it. And that in and of itself was an epiphany, because how many of us are waiting to become that woman, fantasizing about who she is, how she shows up, what she says, where she goes, what she wears, how she looks, and even more importantly, where she doesn't go, who she has in her Rolodex, where does she travel to, what type of meetings is she attending, how does she start her day, who she's sleeping next to. I mean, we can imagine all day and all night, right? Because in our minds, there's this idea that one day she'll appear out of nowhere. Well, at least that was the level of delusion where I was at, right? So let me tell you, if you're a woman in business who knows that you're meant for more, but you keep waiting, I'll be the bearer of the news that says that she's not coming to save you. You're going to have to build her brick by brick, day by day, through your choices, through your standards, through the decisions that you make when no one is watching. And of course, before you can know where you're going, you got to know where you are. You gotta. So, with that, who is the current version of you that governs your thoughts, your actions, your patterns? Who is the version of you that's making the decisions under pressure? For over a decade, I didn't have language or an awareness of this. After working with so many clients who I can now identify the same identity gap, it's become my mission to build identity led systems and ecosystems that demonstrate how women can create multi-million dollar empires through soul alignment, energetic mastery, and strategic clarity. Most women aren't stuck because they lack strategy. So let's just rest that over on the side there. Okay. They are stuck. They are stagnant. They are procrastinating because an outdated identity is still running the show. And let me be clear, this isn't about faking or pretending to be someone that you're not. This isn't about faking or performing or doing any of those things that we are taught that we have to do, right? It's not about pretending to be a different version of you. You're still going to need the strategy. You're still going to need to execute. You still need to refine your craft and your skills. But if your identity posture is misaligned, you will sabotage the very strategies that you invest in. And again, speaking from experience. And so in 2026, we're not going to be outsourcing our self concept. We're not confusing more information to the information. This is the information overload age. We're not confusing more information with transformation. And we're not pretending that clarity will come from another strategy download. We're doing the internal recalibration first. We're updating our identity. I created the identity posture audit as a mirror, a way for you to identify the posture that's currently capping your capacity. Because once you can see the posture clearly, once you can see how you identify yourself, you can stop personalizing those patterns. You can stop saying, this is just how I am. And you can start saying, this is what I've been operating from. This is the system that's been guiding my actions, my thoughts, my decisions. That shift alone gives you power to recalibrate, power to choose differently, power to shift and upgrade into the next internal operating system, into your new identity. If you're ready to stop guessing about what's missing, stop trying to put pieces together from here, there, and everywhere, and you really want to see who has been running your show, go to the link in the description of this video, or I may also have a QR code on the screen. Go to that link or comment Audit and I'll send you the link. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to see who you've been building from and decide if she's equipped for where you're going. It's as simple as that. So peace, my loves. Thank you so much for being here with me, for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel. And remember, upgrade the identity, claim the authority, and build the empire that only you can.